Oh my goodness, welcome back to another episode of Hot Bites. And I'm so excited because I can say welcome back because that means that I've put more than one of these guys up. And the first one took a month. The second one took like less than 24 hours for me to edit. Editing skills still like -4, but confidence and belief in myself and pride like 400. I hope you're doing great, and today we're doing another game day favorite. So this is like an app situation. It's a very dippable situation, and it's a little different. So it's seafood and turkey, two leaner meats, which don't often see the light of day at a game day buffet, but I feel like they should. So I'm starting with these medium shrimp in a screaming hot cast iron pan with some olive oil. This isn't a place for really expensive shrimp, only because we're gonna rough chop them and put them back in. So I did medium. I don't know the exact count, but I got them deshelled and deveined. Now they can come that way. I think I bought them with the shell on and I took the shell off just because it's a cheaper way to get a better quality. Anyway, I'm adding some salt. I'm adding some pepper, and you're hearing my iPhone beep in the back, to which I greatly apologize. Some Old-Bay seasoning. And you'll see 2 portion cups. That's because I'm going to add some seasoning to the shrimp itself and then some to the pan as well. I want to season every piece that's going to go in this perfectly, and especially with the proteins. Now, don't overcook these guys, right? 4 minutes, maybe, even less, depending on the size of your shrimp. I'm going to pull them out as soon as they've browned a little bit, and they're not opaque anymore. But even if they're undercooked, they're going to go back in the oven. And speaking of which, I'd put my oven at 375 right now and get it nice and preheated for me to put this in to finish cooking off. I'm going to put these on a paper towel, and then off camera while I'm doing everything else, I will rough chop them. Ground turkey goes in next, and the residual olive oil and spices in the pan are great to leave there. The turkey's going to pick them up and include all those flavors and everything else that we're doing. So I'm going to put the turkey directly in the pan, and you're going to see me add a decent amount of olive oil throughout. When you're cooking with a leaner meat, it's going to dry out if you're not careful, and so you want to keep it nice and well lubricated, and it does definitely impact the quality of the dry, or not dry, if you do it right, ground turkey you're going to have later. The rest of the Old Bay seasoning is going to go in now. I'm going to swirl it all around, and you'll see me do that with all the dry seasonings. The turkey is, besides the cream cheese, the majority of the dip, and so I really want to make sure it's well seasoned, and it's going to impart the most flavor everywhere. Garlic salt is next. Different from garlic powder. Make sure that you know that you're using garlic salt or garlic powder. I know they seem similar, but the flavor is different, and the amount you need of each is different. So swirl that guy around, and then add some black pepper. Pretty traditional seasoning. A lot of people say it adds heat. I don't think that's true, but I definitely think it adds depth. So I'm going to put that into it, and then some kosher salt. Again, I salt at the beginning, I salt in the middle, I salt at the end, and I continue to get text messages while I'm trying to record this. I'm just going to let it happen. Crushed red pepper's next. The thing with crushed red pepper is you don't think of it as like a spicy component if you're only adding this much. If you want it to be hot, you're going to need more. This just adds complexity of flavor. Parsley's next. I'm adding it as much for the flavor as for the color. So it adds a nice green color, and it makes it looks like can I talk? Why am I even doing that? I can't talk. I can cook. I can't talk. Minced onion. So those little flakes were once those guys, right? They were once full, raw onion. So it's going to add a nice oniony flavor. Where the raw onion and the raw red pepper, as we kind of cook them, they're going to add texture. They're going to add brightness and freshness, and some color. So don't think of these guys as you did if you watched episode 1. And if you did watch episode 1, thank you for liking it, and thank you for watching it, and thank you for subscribing if you did. With the chili, I really sweated those guys down, and I cooked them, made them translucent. That's not the time for it here. I want to add some texture. This is a homogeneous, I almost said homogeneous, and this is like the 95th recording of this I've done. I said homogeneous every other time, but it's homogeneous. There's a lot of creamy texture, so I want to have something substantial behind it. So don't overcook your veggies. Lime zest. You'll see me add 1, and I did. This is the first time I've actually tested this recipe out and made it. I made it for you. I made it special. If I had to redo it again, I would definitely add more than 1, so I'd say 2 to 3. Olive oil, keeping it lubricated. And then with the liquid stuff, we're going to add some more backbone. So liquid smoke, a nice smoky flavor. Some Worcestershire, which is way easier to taste than it is to say. It's good though, right? Chili paste, heat, sweet, not too much, just enough. Roll it around, and then we're mostly done except for our creamy components. We're going to add a half a cup of mayonnaise to make it nice and spreadable for French bread or tortilla chips or crackers, whatever you choose, and then you're going to watch me clean up. And this is important. I think I've decided that for every Hot Bites, I'm going to show me cleaning up. Ina Garten, the Barefoot Contessa, is literally my spirit animal. She's great. I love her. She's basically the best. She's the reason I cook and the reason some days I get up in the morning. But she never cleans. She puts flour in a mixer with reckless abandon, like a lady that knows there is a Hamptons clad in dress, shirt, starched situation. Like there's minions to clean up after her. There's no one to clean up after me. It's just me. So I'm going to show that I clean as I go. Okay. Was that ridiculous? Was that even funny? I don't know. It's weird to talk at a screen into a microphone to know if you're ever even kind of funny. Smushing in some cream cheese while we're using the lean meats. This is by no means a healthy situation. It's gluttonous and perfect for game day. So mix that all in. Now with the silicone, potato, rubber scraper, mix it in. Add some cheddar jack, three or so cups. I add about 2 cups into it and then reserve some for the top. Mix it in. It's going to go into a 375 degree oven when I top it with the cheddar cheese. For about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. I actually made this for a dinner party with 2 of my besties, and I actually warmed it back up at her house. So I cooked it off at my own home, brought it warm, and then put it in her oven on broil for like 3 to 4 minutes. It browned even more than the vanity shots. So that's what I would do if you're taking it, if you're making it at home. The cast iron skillet's a great mechanism to make it in and serve it in. So you're gonna see me clean around the edges before I put the cheddar cheese on. It's actually cheddar jack from Costco, if you must know. And you're going to see a guest star. My mom in the corner with her cocktail. You'll see a Pyrex lid and some butter. She wanted some of this for her very own, so I definitely put some in a Pyrex for her. So this is like a 2 times recipe. If I'm having 20 people, this is what I'm making. If it's more like 10, probably half of it. Anyway, I hope you loved this. Round 2, episode 2. This is awesome. I'll give you some more game day favorites this week. Some hair and makeup stuff. Some other things. Lots of great stuff hopefully coming your way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me at N8 LOWEN on Instagram. I'll see you guys next time. Happy cooking. Get it done. Is that even a thing?